I always say selling on Alibaba.com is kind of like being at like 5 trade shows at once.
We've been able to seal a lot of deals just using the platform.
About 50 to 60%. My export business comes from Alibaba.
Going from doing one order to doing 20 or 30 orders in a 1 or 2 month period, the platform speaks for itself. That's just weight in gold.
I mean, when you do a good job with Alibaba.com, buyers from everywhere around the world, they will know about you. And I can now develop and export my product in over 45 countries.
Once I started with Alibaba, I was able to reach people all across the world, like Tanzania and Kenya and Africa and the UK and Germany.
I'm selling product in UAE, Saudi Arabia, Great Britain, and a host of others. I wouldn't have reached those customers without Alibaba. .com.
Selling on Alibaba.com has gotten easier than ever, introducing our new flexible payment plan options. When you sign up for an Alibaba.com seller membership, choose between paying annually or quarterly. Regardless of which plan you choose, get the same seller service and all-encompassing suite of features that make us the world's leading online B2B marketplace. With 0% commission taken on sales, keep the customer relationships you make and profits you win. Conduct business the way you want to. Build the business you've always wanted, now with more flexibility than ever. Let's make it easy to do business anywhere.
Sell on Alibaba.com.
They made the onboarding process very, very easy. Once I paid my fees, after that, I don't need to worry about anything. If you have a product and you want to sell on an international market, I would say you should not wait. You should just reach out to Alibaba.
We've been able to seal a lot of deals just using the platform. The best thing that Alibaba does really is the support that you get, because it's a whole new world once you get on the platform. Eric Cross and his team, they really helped me and my team navigate the website, you know, what to do, what not to do, the best practices. So that really, to me, is like one of the greatest assets to being on the platform.
I think US-based sellers have a huge opportunity, specifically because there aren't that many of them. And we had a dedicated customer service success manager who was incredibly knowledgeable about the platform, and he honestly almost became a teammate. And I have no doubt that anyone else who is going through that process is going to have a similar experience.
Alibaba.com team is absolutely amazing. They were always there, making sure that I understand the platform. They were smart, very reactive whenever I had a question, and they were so patient. And as I continue to grow the business, they continue to connect me with experts to help me with specific business questions.
Why we got such a fast sale, I would attribute it to Alibaba's onboarding team. They've done a really great job building our store for us, and that's one of the reasons why we're so successful, is they know what they're doing, so we trust them to do their job.
Welcome, and to our webinar today. Thank you so much for coming. This is the What is March Expo webinar. My name is Jessica Chen, and I'm a marketing manager here at Alibaba.com. Before we begin, if you have any questions at all, please use the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. We'll answer all the questions at the very end during a Q&A session, but before that, you can ask your question whenever. We'll just address that at the end. So before we begin, we usually like to first get to know our audience a little bit better. So I'm going to do a very brief poll. So bear with me here. You can go. So here we are. So first, I want to learn about you. What are you looking to do on Alibaba.com? Are you looking to sell products, source products, both sell and source, or neither? I saw there was a question already about whether or not this is also for buying things or purchasing things. This webinar series that happens every Wednesday is actually more geared towards people who would like to sell on the platform or become Alibaba.com sellers. So there's less information about sourcing when it comes to these webinars. And of course, if you want to learn more about what it's like to sell on Alibaba.com, you can come to more of these events. We have them every Wednesday, and we have an upcoming events page on the us.alibaba.com website. So here you are. and poll. Thank you for participating. So it looks like it's a pretty evenish split between sell products and both sell and source. Again, this webinar series is for selling products, so this is really great to hear. Next one. Okay, you can also tell us about your business. What kind of business are you? Are you more of a manufacturer, a wholesaler, distributor, a retailer, or maybe you consider it something else? Our platform is super flexible, so depending on how you consider your business, there might be a slightly different way you can approach it. These groups also make up the main type of businesses that excel on our platform. All right, I'm going to give you guys another 5 seconds. All righty. So let's share. So it looks like most of you guys are wholesalers and distributors, which is really great. There are plenty of wholesaler and distributor success stories that you can also find on our YouTube channel, the Alibaba.com USA Sellers one. And yeah, cool. Alrighty. And finally, what would you like from us? What are you looking forward to learning about most in this session? What Alibaba.com's March Expo is, how March Expo benefits Alibaba.com's sellers in particular, how to prepare your Alibaba.com online storefront for March Expo, or how to secure B2B buyers through March Expo. All right. This question's a little bit more complicated, so I'll give you like an extra 10 seconds. And this is like one of Alibaba.com's major promotional events during the year. All righty, another 5 seconds. And all right, and the poll. Okay, so it looks like most of you guys are really looking forward to knowing what the heck March Expo is. So hopefully this will help you get a better idea of like what it is and why you should sign up for Alibaba.com. All right. And now that we know a bit about you, here is a brief video for you to understand a little bit more about us. Great. Enjoy.
Unleash infinite business opportunities with Alibaba.com, the world's largest online B2B marketplace. With over 40 million active buyers, 300,000 daily inquiries, important business deals are being made around the world all the time using our platform. Best of all, we take 0% commission on your sales. By signing up as an Alibaba.com supplier, you keep the money you earn, every single cent. Now is the perfect time to sign up. Professional onboarding services can get you started faster and with less stress than ever. Take advantage of classic Alibaba.com features, such as attracting buyers from over 200 countries and regions to your online store, where they can reach out with inquiries about your products. There's also no need to worry about language barriers. We translate your store and messages into 15 languages so you can communicate with the world with ease. Proactively net orders by browsing and responding to sourcing requests on the Request for Quotation or RFQ market. Any relationships you gain from reaching out to sourcers on the RFQ market are yours. Finally, attain exclusive data-driven insights and 24/7 customer support from our team right here in the USA. We'll help guide you to success using proprietary insight gained from our over 20 years in online B2B sales. Because of these features, Alibaba.com has become the wholesale B2B platform trusted by US suppliers. Grow with us no matter your business type. Now, it's easier than ever to start selling with our new flexible payment options. Let's make it easy to do business anywhere. Sell on Alibaba.com.
Alrighty, so hope you enjoyed that. Now I'm going to briefly go over what were the contents of this webinar today. So one, we're going to tell you a little bit more about Alibaba.com and what you can expect. Then we're going to go into our next section, which is about what is March Expo. And then 3, we're going to tell you about how to start selling, how to become a seller on the platform. And then finally, we're going to do our Q&A session. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my colleague, Bibbs. He's our Enterprise Account Executive. Welcome, welcome. Hello.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Awesome. So today I'll be going over, like Jessica mentioned, what is Alibaba.com and how you can actually get started in the March Expo. So Alibaba.com stands at the forefront as the leading business-to-business e-commerce platform for global trading. Our aim is to essentially enable your business and not just participate as a global seller, but to lead and also win it at the same time. But why is Alibaba.com considered the leading B2B marketplace? The answer lies in our numbers, as you can see here, and the truly global scale of our operations. We connect more than 40 million active buyers from across 200 countries and regions around the globe. And we are proud to serve more than 200,000 companies who trust us to help them sell their products. To ensure our platform reaches a global audience, it's also available in 18 different languages. So this unique mix of diversity, scale, and inclusivity is what makes Alibaba.com the leading platform in global B2B sales. Now let's get into some specifics about buyer demographics and their interests. The geographical distribution of our buyers is truly global, as you can see here. Some of the top countries include the USA, United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia. We also see substantial engagement from many countries within the European Union, Latin America, and the Middle East. But what are they sourcing for? Our platform serves as a vast array of industries, whether it's consumer electronics, machinery, fashion, beauty, apparel, food and beverage, the list goes on. Now you may ask, like, how are buyers and sellers actually connected? So here's a quick diagram of Alibaba.com's funnel. Business to business taps a larger e-commerce space than B2C, and our job is to ensure we're connecting the most active buyers with the most active sellers on Alibaba.com. So when you actually get on our platform, we cover every step of the journey here, from setting up your storefront to optimizing your product listings, to making sure that your company's profile looks transactional. We have a wide variety of tools at your disposal to actually become a successful seller on our platform. Now, here are our top promotional events. Obviously, you guys are all here to learn a little bit more about the platform and the March Expo, but as you can see here, we also have Super September. We're essentially an online trade show, and we also have national pavilions where you'll be able to showcase your products depending on what country you're from. Now, here's like a quick calendar of our 2024 year. As you can see, March Expo and Super September are our biggest events. Yeah. So when you actually get onto Alibaba.com, the biggest thing is to actually know how to get noticed by buyers. So there's a variety of ways where you can actually utilize your storefront and your products. The first is actually using SEO, which is known as search engine optimization. As you can see here, we have product showcasing, top products, star ratings, and then when you're actually become a seller on Alibaba, you're able to attend seminars to learn how to improve your performance. Product showcases are essentially products that appear on your homepage and receive priority in the search results rankings. Top products are products with a high evaluation score and also receive priority in the search results rankings. Star ratings is a little different than what you may see on most other e-commerce platforms, where most buyers are probably purchasing off how your reviews are, but star ratings kind of dictate a really important metric as a supplier. So the higher the star ratings you have, the more visibility and rankings of your listings appear on the search results when they're being searched by buyers. The second is search engine marketing. So when you actually become a seller on Alibaba.com, you're actually given a variety of tools to make sure your products are being seen. The first is KWA, and the second is PSA, and they're both known as keyword advertising and premium sponsored ads. Keyword advertising is very similar to Google AdWords, and as you can see here in the picture, it basically helps your product come at the top of the search results. PSAs are a little more specific, meaning you can actually reserve a keyword for the entirety of a year. So let's say one of your products is crackers. If you were to reserve the keyword crackers, when someone is doing a search on Alibaba.com anywhere in the world, your product would be the first to appear for the entirety of a whole calendar year. Next slide. So here's a quick roadmap of your Alibaba journey and how it may come to fruition. I just want all you guys to know that, selling B2B isn't like a scheme to get rich overnight. It's actually a long process, and you have to stay patient and active on the platform. As you can see here, typically the sellers that, have a growth plan and are on the platform, let's say at least 1 to 2 years, are the ones that are really able to reap the most benefits and succeed as a seller long term. Awesome. So that was a little bit about Alibaba.com. Now I'm going to get into what is March Expo. So March Expo is Alibaba.com's month-long sourcing event. You're able to take advantage of limited time discounts, low prices, and in addition, you're also given flexible payment options throughout the month. The site sees an increase in traffic and sales during this time of the year, and it is a perfect opportunity for a seller to take advantage of. So, as I mentioned earlier, our top two events are typically the March Expo and the Super September. Now, what's the difference? March Expo is mostly known for business buyers looking to source new products at competitive pricing. Super September is actually for business buyers to stock up their inventory for the holiday shopping season. So they obviously occur at different times of the year and serve different purposes almost. So March Expo actually started in 2017, and it has since led to over 2 million products added to Alibaba.com. Now you may ask, why should you enroll in the March Expo? Let me tell you why. The first reason is you as a seller can offer very competitive pricing during the March Expo month. These deals on your products offer more buyers to your store and help increase sales overall. Secondly, buyers' incentives are extremely high at this time of the year. Buyers are flooding Alibaba.com, and essentially buyers are benefiting tremendously by saving tons on products and also being given flexible payment terms on what they purchase. So when you are on Alibaba during this time of the year, these promotions are really what's ruling you in, and typically buyers are on the hunt. And lastly, you're participating at almost the highest level. You'll notice tangible differences when you're on the March Expo. When buyers search for products, your products will stand out due to the March Expo icon that appears on them, as you can notice here in the chart. Additionally, buyers can also find participating products by using the new and March Expo filter that you'll see on Alibaba.com. These three things bring visibility to your products. And here's a quick and insight on what it actually looks like. Here's how to notice a March Expo tag. Suppliers will have the blue tag next to their names, And the products will also include the same as you can see here. Now, looking back to last year's March Expo, here's actually the results of the expo. So, from a daily basis, our visitor growth increased almost over 25%, and our active buyer growth increased over 12.5% during the March Expo. So, as you can see, this is a great time for you to be a seller because not only is the platform getting way more visibility and way more buyer traffic, but sales are actually happening each and every day. Awesome. So to get set for March Expo as an Alibaba.com US supplier, it is obviously an annual event. However, to qualify, you should spend the months ahead preparing your Alibaba.com online storefront. And this is how you do that. So these are the requirements to be eligible for March Expo. So first and foremost, obviously, you have to be a gold supplier, aka a seller on the platform, and you have to have a specific star rating. So those star ratings that I mentioned earlier, you need to have at least 2 stars indicated on the Alibaba.com website on January 5th, January 5th, 2024. You have to have an activated GGS membership prior to registration. And then you also have to have a GGS membership ending date that's later than April 30th, 2024. And all in all, it's essentially an application is required to actually participate in this event. Awesome. So to connect all the dots, obviously most of you guys are here to learn how to actually become a supplier on the platform. This is how. So you obviously get to choose from a variety of packages that we have on Alibaba.com, but that's not where the journey ends, right? The most important part is that we're actually here every step of the way from onboarding to your entire growth. So onboarding is actually extremely simple, and we're here to help you through that process and get you set up for success. That comes from when you actually purchase an Alibaba membership. We have to quickly verify that your business is in legitimate standing. And then we go ahead and do all the intricate details of actually setting up your storefront, uploading your products, images, descriptions. And then you'll also be able to work side by side with myself, who's also a direct sales member, and your dedicated account manager. Following that, usually during the hyper growth stage of your Alibaba journey, we have amazing account manager at our New York City office that actually holds AST seminars. And these seminars are known to help improve your overall performance on Alibaba.com. Now, here's a quick snapshot into one of our most successful sellers on the platform. This is Wholesale Jewelry. He's one of our major success stories, which you can actually watch on our YouTube channel, along with the variety of others that we have included on there. Tony Kristofi talks about how he doesn't have to invest in a lot of advertising because of the great advertising tools that he's well equipped with on Alibaba.com. He utilized those marketing tools that I mentioned earlier, known as keyword advertising, premium sponsored ads, to get right in front of the right buyer's eyes. He has found great success and has continued to be on the platform year after year.
Hi, I'm Tony Kristofi, CEO of wholesaleJewelryWebsite.com. The job as a business owner is to push the company into new markets and to move product. We have over 1 million pieces of jewelry that are ready to ship. So I had to think of a way to have a farther reach without actually going anywhere. And the way to do that is B2B. We export to 5 or 6 different countries right now. There's a lot of e-commerce retailers looking for new suppliers that are reliable. I think reliability is key, and there's not a lot of reliability in the market. And I think having a great platform with great SEO is very important to our success. They say opportunity only knocks once. So when Alibaba decided to launch in the US, I thought it was a great opportunity for wholesaleJewelryWebsite.com to be available to 40 plus million buying consumers, which is just unheard of. I mean, if you just look at it in percentages wise, if you get a fraction of a percent, you're going to be doing just fine. And I think the RTS is what's made us so successful so quickly, because our products are on there with our inventory attached to it, ready to ship today. Another thing I like about Alibaba is I don't have to focus so much on SEO. They have an inboard program that does it for you, so it makes it really easy. So I don't have to worry about Google ad spend, Facebook ad spend, Instagram, Pinterest. I don't have to worry about all that, because as long as you're a really good communicator, they're going to put you to the top of the feed because they want the best for their consumers. Why we got such a fast sale, I would attribute it to Alibaba's onboarding team. They've done a really great job building our store for us, and that's one of the reasons why we're so successful, is they know what they're doing, so we trust them to do their job, and they did it really well.
So here's a quick snapshot into our YouTube channel. We'll share the link to our YouTube later. Each video is approximately 2 minutes, and you can get better insight on the successful sellers that have been on the platform. Next slide. So now probably the golden question you guys are all waiting to ask: how much does it cost? So here are our main supplier packages. I won't go too much into detail about what is in each specific package right now, but if you want to learn, obviously, please use the little consultation booking on the right, and so that'll help you book a meeting with me so I can dive deeper in. Our most popular packages are the standard and the premium, which are being offered deep discounts for the next month or so. And when I say deep discounts, I mean almost 20 to 60% off the total price. And it depends on obviously what you're looking for and what the right fit is for yourself. So if you are interested, please don't hesitate to reach out to me to get started as soon as today. And then we also have quarterly options available for our annualized packages. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bibs. Okay, so as you can see, there is the Bibs's book meeting QR code thing right here, and also I sent in comments that have his Calendly on it, so you can click on the link if you would like, if QR codes are difficult for you. Additionally, if you want to hear about our next webinar, our next Wednesday's webinar is about generating B2B buyer leads on Alibaba.com, and I put the registration link in the chat, so you can click on that. Okay, so now let's answer some questions. Okay, so Michael is asking, will there be more explanation concerning the RFQs? Do you want to talk about RFQs?
Of course, Michael. So great question. RFQ Marketplace is another primary way to actually do sales on the platform. So request for a quotation, for those that don't know, is a marketplace that's available to all buyers and sellers. And essentially, as a buyer, what you would be able to do is you'll be able to list what you're looking for. So on the RFQ Marketplace, you could say, hey, I'm looking for 10 different hoodies, and then you as a seller can actually go into the RFQ Marketplace and go ahead and quote them directly.
Yeah, the way we like to think about it is that the usual way of getting orders is like fielding inquiries from buyers, and that's a more passive thing because you kind of have to wait for the buyers to come to you. That can be sped up by keyword advertising, but you're mostly waiting. And RFQ is more like you're more proactive and you can go find people who are interested in products like yours. Brianna has a question about buyers and taking advantage of March Expo. Yes, like March Expo is traditionally known as a sourcing event. However, I think a lot of times the reason why I wanted to have this webinar is because I think a lot of people don't consider like the advantages to the sellers, because it is a time on the platform where there's so much more buyer traffic. So like if you're able to register, onboard, and get ready in time, it's usually a great opportunity for sellers as well. Brianna was also asking about the Canton Fair, which unfortunately I don't have any information for you other than it is like the largest trade show, I think, in the world. I'm sure there's like food and beverage items there. Although if you want to source food and beverage on Alibaba.com, that is one of our major categories that our US sellers actually do very well in. I mean, do you want to talk about the food and beverage stuff on Alibaba.com?
Oh, me, Jess?
Yeah.
Yeah, so food and beverage is actually one of our top categories, and all the suppliers that have been on the platform do really well. I think last year we had one of the top manufacturers in the United States be on Alibaba, known as Cargill. I'm sure you guys have heard of them. So they see a lot of success, and if you're looking to source, there's obviously plenty of options globally. But if you're looking to sell, you would fit right in as well.
Yeah, like I think a lot of food and beverage sellers from the US do very well because they get to mention that they're FDA certified, which is like a big deal because not every country has an FDA. So if you want quality, that's an easy way to prove that. Jennifer says, how do you source products to sell?
Yeah, it's Jennifer's.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously we're known for sourcing. You as a buyer, you can source from anywhere in the world. If you're looking to, purchase in bulk and then maybe sell on the side, that's obviously an option you have for yourself. But you would just go to Alibaba.com, search for what you're looking for, and then you can kind of sort it or filter by country, and see what the best it is you can get.
Yeah. And then Macarena has a question. Is there a deadline to subscribe to March Expo? Is it too late? I think previously there were some deadlines. Let's go back to that slide. So let's see if I can find it. Maybe this one. So there are some deadlines, such as the star rating thing and the membership ending at a certain time. And these are actually the eligibility requirements for this year's March Expo. So yes, it would be too late to sign up for the one that's happening like in a few days. But it's because, as Bibbs mentioned, the selling cycle is a bit longer for a lot of people. Getting to 2 stars might take a little bit. So therefore, it's a good idea to actually start thinking about it like a year in advance, which is why we're having this talk now, so at least you can think about it and not be surprised by this January 5th type of deadline. But I would say that even though eligibility requirements do change a little bit every year, most of the time the timeline is roughly the same. So January is where you should think about, am I ready and eligible for this March Expo? And finally, Anonymous has a question. I am a Canadian seller. Can I use Alibaba.com USA support?
Yeah, so what we have building here is actually in the entirety of North America. So if you're Canadian, based in the US, Mexico, you have all the support you can get from Alibaba.com USA support. And if you obviously want to be a seller, you have that option as well.
Yeah, and also ironically, I guess the guy in this YouTube playlist thumbnail right here, he's actually a very well-known Canadian seller who sells consumer breathalyzers, I guess. And so he was at our co-create event last year, and yeah, he's a Canadian seller. So yes, we do service people in Canada as well. Any other questions? We have a little bit of time, so if you'd like to ask questions, there are. If not, then thank you so much for coming today. I hope we were able to answer a lot of questions, or at least get you thinking about maybe selling on the platform. Again, this webinar series is geared mostly for people who would like to sell on the platform, and it happens every Wednesday at 2 p.m. ET and 11 a.m. Pacific time. Oh, is there another question? Thanks a lot. Have a nice day. Thank you too, Macarena. But yeah.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, have a nice day. And again, please, if you want to learn more, book a meeting with B2B's using the QR code on screen right now, or in the book a meeting Calendly link that you see in the chat. Every business is a little bit different. And also if you want to know specifically how your industry does on this platform, it is really great to book a meeting. It's free and you can talk more at length and learn about what is the best options for you. So yeah, thank you so much.